I will never sacrifice good on the altar of perfect. If we don't get qualified immunity now, then we'll come back and try to get it later. But I don't want to see us throw out a good bill because we can't get a perfect bill.
That's House Majority Whip Jim Clyburn, who left Black Lives Matter activists reeling when he said he'd be willing to compromise on qualified immunity for police officers to get the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act passed. But on Thursday, 10 House Democrats, including all members of the squad, published a letter to congressional leadership demanding qualified immunity be included. Joining me now is Congresswoman Maxine Waters, chair of the House Financial Services Committee. Congresswoman Waters, welcome back to the Sunday Show.
Thank you. Delighted.
All right, you just heard Whip Clyburn. Now let me have you have a listen to Minnesota State Attorney General Keith Ellison, who I interviewed on Friday and asked him about qualified immunity. Listen to what he had to say.
So look, I want Cory Booker and Karen Bass to fight like hell. I want Tim Scott to go back to his colleagues and say, we got to pass this even if qualified immunity is in it. But don't let the bill die over an item that we can come back for later. Now, I will tell you, having spent 12 years in Congress, there's a price at which, we can't it's just too watered down. I don't think the absence of qualified immunity is that. I think that if we can get everything except that, I say pass it and then don't quit and keep going.
Congresswoman Waters, is he right?
Well, he's right about it being tough and that our negotiators are fighting as hard as they can and should continue to fight. But I'm not giving up on qualified immunity. I do not want to send any message to anybody that I'm willing to support legislation that does not have it in it. I think we've got to be tough. We've got to be consistent and understand that we've got to hold police officers accountable. Even since the death of George Floyd, we've continued to have killings of Black unarmed men in particular. And so these police officers know that they have the support of the police unions. They have the support of city council members who are intimidated by the police unions, police chiefs who are afraid that if they don't go along, they can't be chief, and even some mayors. I'm so proud of those mayors that are willing to stand up and fight, and for the police chiefs that are willing to stand up and fight. But history tells us that they have been intimidated too long, given in too much, and the police don't believe that they're going to be held accountable. That's why even after George Floyd, they continue to kill. And so I want qualified immunity out.
One of the compromises, though, is keeping qualified immunity or taking it away from police departments. Would that be a worthwhile compromise for you to make it possible for private citizens to sue police departments over bad cops?
Well, the devil is always in the details. That's why it is you're not wise to try and negotiate, in public. But let me just say this. The police departments would be spending the taxpayers' money to defend the police. And so when you have a family that does not have the resources of a city police department, then you're giving them the opportunity to get treated fairly. But when you have millions of dollars from your taxpayers' money in the police departments, and when the lawsuit comes, they're going to defend the officers, that's not equal. That's not an equal playing field. So I worry about that as a compromise. But like I said, the devil in the details. I don't know everything about what is going on and what is being compromised or talked about at this point to be compromised. But I am not one of those persons that anything is better than nothing. That's not my philosophy.